Last session, a working professional in Dubai failed ACCA financial reporting with 47. 6 weeks later he passed with 71 while working full-time. No new tutor. Number 10-hour study days. Just one brutal change in how he studied. If you are preparing for ACCA father right now, this video can literally decide whether you become an ACCA finalist this year or stay stuck for another 6 months. Welcome to Education Bench, the channel built for serious ACCA students who don't want motivation, they want results. If you are sitting ACCA financial reporting in the UK, Canada, UAE, Pakistan, India or anywhere else, this is not a generic YouTube video. This is the exam blueprint. What you are about to hear is the same system we use with working professionals, Big 4 trainees, and resit students who are tired of failing FR again and again. Most people watching this will never hear this from their tuition provider. That's why most people keep resitting this paper. The problem with ACCA financial reporting is not that the syllabus is too big. The problem is that students prepare for the wrong exam. They think FR is about memorizing IFRS standards, double entries, and definitions. They think if they just read more notes and watch more lectures, something will click. But ACCA is not testing your memory. ACCA is testing whether you can think like a professional accountant. They are testing judgment, structure, interpretation, and whether you can explain numbers in a way that makes sense to a board of directors. That is why 2 students can calculate the same figures and one passes and one fails. I've seen this pattern in London, Toronto, Dubai, Karachi, and Kuala Lumpur. A student will tell me, I know all the standards, but I still failed. And when we open their exam script, the truth comes out. Their numbers are half right, their explanations are weak, their presentation is messy, and they never tell the examiner what the numbers actually mean. ACCA does not reward silence. Silence is failure in financial reporting. You are not sitting an accounting exam. You are sitting a financial reporting decision-making exam. Let me explain this in a way that every ACCA student should understand. In the real world, nobody pays you to recite IFRS 15. Your employer pays you to prepare financial statements, spot risks, explain performance, and advise management. ACCA designs FR exactly the same way. They don't care that you know what revenue recognition is. They care whether you can apply IFRS 15 to a messy real-world scenario. Adjust the numbers and explain what those numbers mean for the company. This is why so many intelligent students fail. They study content, not performance. They know the rules, but they don't know how to use them in an exam. Now I want you to understand something that almost nobody on YouTube tells you. ACCA financial reporting is not evenly weighted across the syllabus. Around 70% of your marks come from just 5 areas. If you dominate these 5, you can score over 60 even before touching the rest of the syllabus. Those 5 areas are consolidated financial statements, IFRS 15 revenue, IFRS 16 leases, IAS 12 income tax, and IAS 36 impairment. These topics appear in almost every sitting in some form. They are not optional. They are the backbone of the exam. 5 topics control about 70% of your ACCA financial reporting exam. If you master these, you can pass even with weak areas elsewhere. Now let me tell you about a student in the UK who failed FR 3 times. He was working in practice, doing accounts for small companies, but he kept scoring between 45 and 49. When we reviewed his past attempts, he had one fatal habit. He avoided consolidations. He thought they were too complicated. He would do one question in a mock, get confused, and skip them. But consolidations alone can be 20 to 30 marks in the exam. By avoiding them, he was mathematically locking himself into failure. We spent 2 weeks doing nothing but group accounts. Parent, subsidiary, associate, goodwill, non-controlling interest, unrealized profit, fair value adjustments, retained earnings. Every day one question. After 3 weeks, what once felt impossible became automatic. He passed in the next sitting with 68. This is what intelligent FR study looks like. You attack high-yield areas until they stop being scary. You don't hide from them. Let me tell you another case. A student in Karachi had strong calculations but kept failing because of interpretation questions. Every time he saw ratios or written analysis, he panicked. He thought, I'm not good at English. I'll focus on numbers. But interpretation questions are often 20 marks. ACCA is literally telling you, explain what the numbers mean. When he skipped them, he was throwing away easy marks. We trained him to write simple, structured answers. Profitability, liquidity, efficiency, gearing. Compare, explain, conclude. No fancy language, just logic. His score jumped from 50 to 73. This is why FR is a professional exam. You are being marked on how you think, not just what you calculate. 2 students can get the same numbers. One fails, one passes. The difference is how they explain. Now let's talk about how ACCA actually marks financial reporting, because this is where most YouTubers mislead you. The examiner does not sit there with a calculator checking every number. They look for method, structure, and reasoning. If your workings are clear and logical, you get marks even if the final number is wrong. If your explanation shows understanding, you get marks even if your figures are slightly off. But if you write nothing, you get 0. In Section A, when you do consolidated financial statements, you are marked on adjustments, not just the final statement. Goodwill, non-controlling interest, group retained earnings, fair value adjustments, intra-group balances. Every correct step gives you marks. This is why writing clean workings is more important than being perfect. In Section B, when you get interpretation, IFRS application, or narrative questions, the examiner is looking for professional judgment. Do you identify the issue? Do you apply the standard? Do you explain the impact? This is how Big Four and industry accountants actually work. Let me give you a brutal truth. Memorizing IFRS without practicing questions is one of the biggest reasons students fail further. Knowing that IAS 36 is about impairment means nothing if you cannot calculate recoverable amount, identify cash-generating units, and explain the impact on profit and assets. Memorizing IFRS will not save you in ACCA financial reporting. Application is what gets marks. Now I want to show you how we turn failing students into passing students. I'll use multiple real-world scenarios because this is not theory. This is what actually happens. Ali was a working professional in the Gulf. He studied every chapter. He had folders full of notes. But he failed with 47. Why? Because his study was scattered. He jumped from leases to pensions to revenue to cash flow without ever mastering anything. When we took over his preparation, we cut his syllabus by half. For 2 weeks, he did only consolidations and revenue. Nothing else. 1 consolidation question every day. 1 revenue question every day. Slowly his accuracy increased. Then we added leases and tax. By week 4, he was scoring over 60 in mock papers. He passed with 71. Aisha was a full-time student in Pakistan. Her calculations were strong, but her exam scripts were a mess. She wrote everything she knew instead of what the examiner asked. We trained her to read the requirement, identify the verb, and answer only that. Explain, calculate, discuss, advise. She stopped wasting time. Her score jumped from 52 to 74. David in the UK worked an audit. He knew the standards but had no exam technique. He spent too long on 1 question and ran out of time. We taught him strict timing. 1.8 minutes per mark. Move on. No perfection. He passed on his first resit with 67. These are not lucky stories. These are systems working. Now let me give you the exact 6-week system that works even if you are working 8 to 10 hours a day in London, Toronto, Dubai, or anywhere else. FR is not just another paper. It is the filter that separates future accountants from repeat resitters. If you are watching this and you are sitting ACCA financial reporting this session, comment FR and your country below. I want to see where Education Bench students are preparing from. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe to Education Bench. We don't teach content. We teach how ACCA thinks. This system has taken students from 40s to 70s. From frustration to qualification. From resits to finalists. Use it, and I'll see you in the next one.